Today's Tips du Jour mailbag comes to us from Tennessee. Dear Robert, I had some LMI white glue left over from my previous guitar. How do I know if the glue is still good and if I'm using the right amount? So Peter, first of all, I'm going to address the right amount of glue question. If you had glue left over, that's a good sign. If you wind up using all of the glue in the bottle and you're only building one guitar, that's a bad sign. Over the years, I've developed a list of criteria that helps me know when I'm using too much glue. For example, if the residual glue becomes a design element, you may be using too much glue. If the squeeze out is audible, you could be using too much glue. If you need to wear goggles while applying the glue, you're definitely using too much glue. If you have more glue on you than on the guitar, you could be using too much glue. If you have to use all 10 of your high-tech glue spreading devices to remove the glue, then you're probably using too much glue. If you have glue stalactites or stalagmites on the inside of your guitar, then you're probably using too much glue. If you need a jackhammer to remove the dry glue, you're definitely using too much glue. If the glue becomes a better lubricant than adhesive, you're probably using too much glue. If the set time exceeds the number of days in the week, then you're probably using too much glue. If you find yourself going through multiple rolls of shop towels while cleaning up the excess glue, then you may be using too much glue. If you find yourself buying glue by the case and you're only on your second guitar, then you may be using too much glue. So that's a list that I have in my shop that helps me realize when I'm using too much glue. Now to address your first question, Peter, about is the glue still good? In my shop, I use LMI white glue for most everything on the guitar. One way of knowing if the glue is good is just remove the cap and smell it. If it smells sour, then I don't use it for gluing structural elements on the guitar. I may use it for other things or give it to my kids to make paper mache animals, but I don't use it for structural parts of the guitar. Also, when you get a brand new bottle of LMI white glue, make sure you date it. That way you have a reference of when you started using the glue. When the glue is shipped, make sure it didn't freeze during shipping. That also weakens the glue. The final tip I've got for you, Peter, is this. A bottle of LMI white glue is not very much money. Why take a chance? What I like to do in my shop is every time I start a new instrument, I call up LMI, I order a brand new bottle of the white glue, and that way I don't have to worry about it. So Peter, thank you very much for your questions, and I hope this information sticks. That way you know when your glue is fresh and when you're using too much. Happy gluing!